Hi! So today's video is gonna be so fun. I have a bunch of new makeup to try out and I am so excited. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It means so much to me, and now let's get into it. Now I don't have a new foundation, so I just have my Nars Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Gobi. And I do have a new concealer, but it is none of the new concealers that launched. I actually got this Urban Decay Quickie concealer. I wanted this for a really long time and I ordered this before all the new concealer launches, so yeah, this is, I guess, just new to me. I got the shade 20NN. I actually got my package, I think, last week, and I really did not open anything except one thing, so I'm quite excited about all of these things. So here's the concealer. I really like that you get a lot of product here. So you get 16.4 milliliters in this Quickie concealer, and for example my Milk concealer only has 8.5 milliliters, so you get like so much more product in this, like double the product basically, which is kind of amazing. I mean, this is pretty much gonna last me like a really long time. Now I am gonna use just a bit of my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in the shade 2 medium, because I do have to go to work after this and I do want to cover my dark circles, so I'm just gonna use a touch of this. So this is the shade 20, and then yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice shade, so let's try it out. Oh, it does have a very odd smell. I don't know why, but it reminds me of a cocktail. Oh. I don't know, let's just try it out. I'm just gonna start on my under eyes. Oh, this is gonna be a really nice shade. And I'm gonna blend it out with my Rose Ink concealer brush. Yeah, I feel like I covered my under eyes pretty nicely. I'm also gonna use this to spot conceal because I feel like the shade, I really like this shade. It's not too bright, but it's also not, it's a bit lighter than my skin tone, but it's not too bright, so I can use it on my under eyes and to spot conceal, which I can do with any of my concealers, so that's really nice. I just can't get past the smell. It is a really strong smell, but hopefully I'm gonna get used to that. Yeah, I feel like that is such a good shade for me and covered my spots pretty nicely. Okay, I actually love that. I think that was so effortless and covered everything pretty well, and the shade match is literally perfect for me. Now for bronzer, I think I'm the most excited about this product. I got the new VIEVE cream bronzer. I really wanted to get the new VIEVE lipsticks, like the hydrating ones. Not sure how they're called, but Cold Beauty would not ship them to me. I don't know why. So this is the new VIEVE bronzer. I got the shade Fair. I wasn't sure if I should get the shade Medium or Fair, but Medium looked very, very warm, so I just went for Fair instead. This packaging is really nice. Here's what the shade Light looks. I think it's gonna be a really beautiful shade for me. It's such a nice, I don't have like a cream bronzer with this tone. It is such a nice tone, so let's try it out. I think I'm just gonna use my Rare Beauty foundation brush, so let's try this out. It looks really creamy. Okay, let me swatch it first. I don't know why I just skipped the swatch. Yeah, that shade is gonna be so nice. It feels extremely, extremely creamy. Okay, that tone is so perfect. Applied a bit too much, so I'm just gonna continue on this side of my forehead here. This is so incredibly creamy. Okay, this shade is literally perfection. I'm so happy I went for this shade instead of the shade medium. It is such a nice shade. It's definitely not warm, but I wouldn't say it's cool tone either. It's pretty much neutral, maybe with a hint of cool tones. But it feels so incredibly creamy, and it literally blends like butter. Like, I'm actually impressed. Like, this is probably the creamiest bronzer I have tried. I'm just obsessed how natural and beautiful this looks on my skin. Like, that is actually insane. That is so beautiful. Now, I'm not sure what to do. I have these two LYS products. I had them sitting in my collection for a while. I just didn't have the time to test them out. So I have the bronzer and a cream blush. But I also have this Nars cream blush. So they sent me the wrong shade. I ordered the shade Dolce Vita, and I really wanted the shade Dolce Vita because I also got this lipstick in the shade Dolce Vita. But they sent me the shade Wanderlust, which is the purpley one. And I'm not realistically, I'm not gonna wear this shade. Like, I just know that. So luckily they did refund me. So I guess I got it for free and I can test the formula for free, which is amazing. But I was so disappointed because I really wanted the shade Dolce Vita. I was so excited, and they sent me this like purpley shade that I know I'm not gonna like. But yeah, basically, like, I don't know what to do. I mean, these two would go together because this one is a bit more mauvey as well. But this lippy just really won't go with this. So I don't know what to do. You know what? I think I'm gonna try this Nars blush first, and then I'll just go from there. So this is the Nars Afterglow Liquid Blush in the shade Wanderlust. I already swatched this on my hand, and quite honestly, it disappeared when I blended it out. So here's a swatch. It's literally purple. And see, once you kind of blend it out, it literally kind of blends into nothing. So yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna like this. I think part of the problem is the shade, because it's a really light, cool tone purple shade, so it just kind of blends into nothing. But let's be open-minded and try it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply one dot on one side of my face. And I'm gonna blend this out with my Rose Ink blush brush. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does show up a bit. I was so upset mostly because this is such an expensive blush. I think it's like 35 euros, which is just an insane amount for a blush. So luckily I did get a refund because I would be so upset if I didn't. Let's put it on this side as well. Like, it did not remove any of my foundation underneath, which is good. But it's just like, you know, if it was like 10 euros, like, fine, you get a hint of color for 10 euros, sure, but like for 35 euros, for this to be barely visible, it's just like, you know, I can't really justify it. Let's add another dot on both sides, or 3 dots, I guess. I mean, the shade is nice. Yeah, it is buildable, but I just don't think that this is worth the price point. I do like the glow that it gave me, and I don't mind the shade either. I just, like, for 35 euros, it just is not worth it. I mean, it is there, but like barely. I mean, it is cute. It does blend out nice, but I cannot justify that price point. Oh, it does look really cute on the nose. Well, now let's just try those LYS products as well. Why not? Because I definitely do need like a powder bronzer to set this cream bronzer with. So let's just give these products a go as well. So the LYS bronzer is in the shade Motivate, which is the lightest shade, and it looks pretty dark. Like, I would not call this a light shade for a bronzer. Let's swatch it. It's very warm and just not really light. I'm just gonna use my ColourPop F29 brush. And I'm just gonna start on my forehead because I feel like this could be really pigmented. I'm just gonna remove the excess in the palm of my hand. Well, that is actually really pretty. It blends out really easily. I do like that, but obviously I need to test it on its own. But so far I think it looks really nice. Now I'm just gonna take some of this bronzer and run it through my crease. I'm kind of in a rush today, so that's maybe why I'm rushing a bit. But I couldn't wait any longer to play with all these new products I got. I ordered the new Natasha Denona Nude palette, but of course it is not here yet, so I think it should be here tomorrow. So as soon as it's here, I'm gonna film a video with that. And now let's just test this blush as well, and then if my lip does not match, I'm just gonna change the lip color. I got this one in the shade Self Love, which I think is the mauve one. Yes. Oh, like this is the color of my dreams, literally. Such a perfect mauve shade. And I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my Nars blush. Okay, let me swatch the shade first. Okay, that is literally the shade of my dreams. So stunning. I don't have a new highlighter, so I'm just gonna skip highlighter. I mean, this shade is so pretty. I mean, you see the difference, like this is the amount of blush I like, and like compared to this side and compared to this side, like it literally looks like I have no blush here. So yeah, I think this blush is like half the price of the Nars one. I really like this formula. I feel like it blends, yeah, I feel like it blends so seamlessly. It is really creamy. I haven't worn a mauve blush in a while, and I just forgot how much I love mauve blushes. Since it's summer, I have been more reaching for those kind of sunburnt shades, but mauve blushes just have my heart. I love mauve blushes so much. Okay, now let's blend out these creases. The concealer has creased quite a bit, but that does happen with every concealer I use, so. And I actually have a new powder. I'm just hoping that this powder is gonna make my makeup last. Like, how much do I need to last? 10 hours, like around 10 hours. So this is gonna be a real test for this powder. So I got the Maybelline Fit Me powder, like that everyone is obsessed with. I got the shade Translucent because the shade that was not translucent was too dark. So I just got the translucent one. So hopefully it's gonna work out for me. Packaging is really cheap for sure. Oh, you get like this thingy that I'm never gonna use, and you do get a mirror. So I guess that's nice. I'm just gonna use my Real Technique setting brush. This is the brush I usually use for my powder. And let's try it out. I'm gonna start on my under eyes. I feel like it's kind of making me look a bit cakey. But we'll see. I'm gonna be testing it for 10 hours, so we'll see. I'm just gonna press it in with my beauty sponge a bit. I do actually have a new brow product. I wanted this like for the longest time. I finally got the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Now I got the shade Espresso and I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be a bit too dark. Most of the shades were out of stock, so I just went for this one. Like, it is literally so tiny. Like, the tip is literally so tiny. I don't know if you can see that, but it is so tiny. Okay, I'm just not used to this product, so I'm kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. It literally creates like hair-like strokes. It's just a bit, like, I'm just not used to using a pen like this. Okay, so far, I'm really impressed. That is like such a different thing from my brow pomade. This looks so much more natural. I think I'm gonna stop here. I think this looks pretty good. I really love how my brows look right now, and I have been hating my brows for the longest time. So I'm gonna go and quickly curl my lashes and apply some mascara because I don't have a new mascara, and I'll be right back for the lip product. Okay, so for mascara, I just use my Essence Lash Princess mascara, and I also put some of my Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in my inner corners. And now for lips, I'm just gonna line them with my NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. And now let's finally test out this. This is called the Nars Afterglow Sensual Shine Lipstick, and like I said, I got the shade Dolce Vita, which I think is gonna be a really warm shade. I'm just not gonna really go with the blush. So this is the packaging. It is such a, it feels so luxe, quite honestly. Like, the packaging is really nice. And this is the shade Dolce Vita. So it's a very warm, well, honestly, I might go with this blush. It is very warm, but it does have some berryness to it, I would say. So maybe it's gonna go with this blush. Okay, that is so stunning. Yeah, actually, I feel like it goes with the blush quite nicely. I just wouldn't say it's the most hydrating lip product I have ever tried, but the shade is really pretty. Okay, and here's the finished look. I do have to say, my base looks so good. I literally can't remember the last time my base looked this good.